It is absolutely horrific to consider that we are 2 years past what happened on October 7th, the demonic attack on Israel at the hands of Hamas. And there's a couple of things that we need to address because I think there's a lot of confusion, a lot of noise around this issue. And when we pull back and we look at what has actually happened, we need to have clarity. And let's just start with the first thing that we need to be clear on. The first thing that we need to be clear on is the fact that Hamas is a terrorist organization. This is an organization that saw it fit, saw it right, saw it moral, and obviously it's none of those things, to invade Israel, to rape, to kill, to destroy, to take captive human beings who they have held for over 2 years now in absolute carnage and horror. We have to put that in context. That is an attack that was unbelievably horrific. The second thing we need to put in context, these people who are responsible for this attack, they are filled with evil. They have sparked evil and they have continued to hold human beings hostage when they could have ended this crisis. There's a lot of conversation about the fact that Israel should stop the crisis. Israel should stop doing what they're doing. Israel, Israel, Israel. Here's the thing, they didn't start this war, they didn't start this battle, and they've made it very clear that had these people who have been held captive, these hostages, had they been released, this would have ended a long time ago. And the fact that so many people in this country feed into the nonsense, and by this country, I mean America, feed into the nonsense and into the talking points that Hamas want them to feed into is a tragedy. But the third point, we need to be praying. We need to be praying for changed hearts and changed minds of those in Hamas, for the people who continue to be held captive, and for the families who have suffered immeasurably as a result of this. It is unacceptable. It is evil. It is wrong. And we need to stand up and speak against it. And we need to have clarity. It's a terrorist organization. It's an act of horrific evil. They could have ended this. The power is in the hands of Hamas to stop this carnage, to stop the chaos happening in Gaza. They're in charge. They're in control in terms of doing the right thing and ending this. And they've chosen not to. That is a choice that Hamas has made. And if you do not recognize that and understand it, you become part of the problem, perpetuating evil and blaming Israel for a situation that they did not create. Nobody is perfect. We're all human beings. We all have sin. But at the end of the day, we have to be clear on what is going on here. But really, ultimately, at the end of the day, we need to be praying for changed hearts and changed minds, and for the victims and the families who continue to suffer.